भाई एकदम आगे हो गए हो
Continental Cup 2018 UAE. We have the toss panel over here. We have Tekum Paisa who will toss the coin, match referee Mr. Akbar Ali, and with both the captains. And who's going to make a call? Surat is going to make a call.
Heads.
Heads is a call from Surat.
It's a tail.
It's a tail, and Pune has won the toss. And what have you decided to do? Okay, Pune has won the toss and decided to field first. Can we have a match photograph, please? Bhai sahab, एक second, Bosman. Akbar bhai.
मुक्ता भाई जाओ आप मुक्ता भाई जाओ यूजर भाई क्या आओ मैनेजर यूजर भाई चलो I'm checking.
Okay, so the news here at the center of the Sharjah Cricket Stadium for the first quarter final between Pune and Surat. Pune have won the toss and the captain Ali Asgar has elected to field. And Surat is unbeaten in this tournament. They've made five matches, won all the matches, and Pune on the other hand have just managed to scrap their way into the quarter finals. Ali Asgar bhai, you are almost down and out in this tournament, waiting for the result of the last match between Surat and Sharjah. And you would say the captain did a favor by defeating Sharjah and getting Pune into the quarter final. Any thoughts on that?
Fortune favors the brave, so we think we were we were lucky to get enough. Everybody played a very good game. We were at one point thinking that we are out, but as I said, luck was in our favor. We got one additional bonus point which got us through, and here we are in the quarters. Let's hope for the best result. I wish Surat all the best, and simultaneously we're going to play hard and try to win.
Okay, all the best.
Thank you.
Okay, Murtaza bhai, some fantastic performance from players on your side. Three top wicket takers, Murtaza, Hamza and Huzaifa have been from your side. How does it feel? What would you say is your strength, batting or bowling?
Actually, bowling is a strength, but as the boys are going, it's just speechless. Huzaifa is bowling really well, and all boys are young. We are playing like we was playing like a underdog in this tournament, but boys have came really with positive attitude, and inshallah we will win this match. Pune is really a good team, but let's see, hope for the best.
You're batting first. What would you say is the good challenging total for Pune? What would you try to set batting first?
I think it must be like 90-95 run, which we can defend it with a bowling.
Okay, so the captain of the Surat team says he would like to score at least 90-95 runs. Let's see how they go along with their work today. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to all our spectators to the first quarter-final of the Burhani T10 tournament here at the great Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Pune won the toss and elected to field against Surat. And Surat being put into bat are 7 for no loss right now. And we are into the second over of the match. The first over being bowled by Tahir, giving away 7 runs. And now Ibrahim into the attack. Abbas and Raj opening the batting for Surat. Abbas Mandapwala, the third.
Dictate.
Left and right hand combination of batsmen, always difficult to adjust for the bowler. A nice strike over by Ibrahim, giving away just 2 runs in the over so far. Speaking to the Surat captain, what would be a good total to put pressure on the Pune batsmen? He suggested a score of 90-95 would be challenging enough. And one more dot ball to end the over. And as we are at the first quarter final of this match, we are privileged to have the esteemed presence of Sharjah Cricket into the stadium now. We come specially to watch the first quarter final between Surat and Pune. Tahir back into the attack and Abbas facing him. Appeal for LBW wrapped on the pads, but going down the leg side, and the batsman crossed for a leg bye. Good tight bowling by Pune so far. And that's a miss begins by the fielder at point. And Surat get one more run, a bonus run I would say. Pune will have to keep the fielding side now having reached the quarterfinals. Each run very important here. What a shot by Abbas over the top and 6 runs. A juicy half volley and Abbas doesn't need an invitation to hit that out of the park. He's the third highest run scorer in the series so far, and how he would like to move on to the top of the charts now. And immediately the fielder drops to the long on fence after that shot. Flick on the leg side, going towards the final boundary, giving the fielder a chase, but the fielder cannot stop it, and the ball wins. 4 more runs to Surat. A nice shot, just flicked down the leg side. The bowler just playing down the leg side, and 4 more runs to Surat. And Abbas is on a roll. And immediately the fine leg drops to the down the leg side, white ball by the umpire. And Surat move on to 22 without any loss. And we are into the 3rd over of this match. Tahir will need to make things tight now. White ball, trying to drive it, not connecting. Nice cool climate here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. The players and the spectators both enjoying the day over here. Hit through the offside, and then a misfield once again. Had he fielded it properly, there might have been a chance of a run out. But 1 more run to Surat, and that brings us to the end of the 3rd over. And Surat at 23 without any loss, with a run rate of 7.7. A nice contest here between Pune and Surat. Surat winning all the league matches so far and topped the chart of Pool A to move into the quarterfinals. And Pune, on the other hand, just managing to scrap past other teams, courtesy Surat defeating Sharjah in the last match of the day yesterday night. If Sharjah would have won that match, it would have been Sharjah playing here in the quarterfinals. But that is not so. Pune are happy to be here in the quarterfinals, and they will want to make the most of it. Nice fielding there at mid-on. And 1 more total to the total of Surat. Ali JP into the attack now. Raj facing him. Cut away on the offside, straight to the field, a chance of a run out. But the batsman quite fast. Good call by the non-striker, and 1 more run to Surat. Played nicely on the leg side. They'll come back for 2. Yes, they are. The fielder, let's see if his throw is good. The diving batsman did well to complete 2 runs. Good running by Surat. Not all runs can be scored by boundaries and sixes. 1s and 2s equally important. Abbas Mandapwala back on strike. Hit through the leg side into a gap, but there's a fielder there at the mid-wicket boundary, and he cuts it off, giving away just one run to the batsman. And the Surat Titans are now 28 for no loss, and we are into the fourth over of this match. Hit over the top in the air, fielder coming underneath it, but he can just watch the ball sail past the boundary for 6 runs, straight down the ground. What a nice shot by Raj. High and handsome, 6 more runs to the total of Surat. And Surat are now 34 for no loss. Good comeback by the bowler, a dot ball, and that's the end of the fourth over, and the Surat Titans are 34 for no loss at the end of the fourth over. A good solid start by them. The most important part, they haven't lost any wicket yet, giving them the liberty to accelerate in the remaining overs. The Surat Titans are now 34 for no loss after the end of 4 overs. A change in field by the Pune captain as the new bowler comes into bowl. A packed offside field for Abbas, knowing he's strong on the offside. And good protection on the leg side boundary as well. Anis beginning with the 5th over of this first innings. Oh, hit straight down the ground, hit hard, and the bowler couldn't get hold of it. A drop chance, I would say. Catches like these very important in knockout stages, as you don't get enough opportunities, and you don't want to regret the ones you get. Good running by the non-striker, and one more overthrow, hit very hard, the bowler couldn't stop it, and one bonus run for Surat, and the bowler Anis seems to be in some kind of trouble with a hard throw, trying his best to stop it, but injuring his hand in the process. We hope it's not too serious and he can resume his bowling soon. An update on the scores: Surat are 36 for no loss, and we are into the 5th over of this match. This is the first quarter final of the SBT 10 International Cricket Tournament here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. And Anis is up and running now. Good news as he resumes his first over with Abbas Mandapwala on strike. Hit straight up in the air, fielder coming underneath it, and he takes a good catch, a wonderful catch. A great catch at the boundary. And Abbas, the informed batsman, is out, caught at the mid-wicket boundary. A wonderful catch. Very difficult to judge those catches when they're dropping down on you all the time. But the fielder managing to get it. And Surat lose their first wicket with 36 runs on the board into the 5th over of this match. And Abbas walking back to the pavilion. A good innings by him. Hit a few lofty shots. But the fielder got the better of him there. And the new batsman Wahid moving in to take strike. A good tight over by Anis so far. Not giving any runs and taking the prized scalp of Wahid.
तो भाई તમે કોર્ડલેસ કેમ આપ્યું કોર્ડલેસ તો અલગ હોના છે તમે ફાઇનલમાં અહીંયા જ બેસવાનું શોર્ટ નથી હજી મને પછી મિક્સર ક્યાં લગાવું
In the air, but into the gap as well, going towards the boundary and 4 runs. A juicy half volley lofted over the top of the fielder's head and it goes towards the point boundary and 4 more runs for Surat, and Surat move on to 40 at the loss of 1 wicket into the 5th over of this match. A good decent start by them.
મિક્સર લગાવ તો પછી તમારે 2 મેચ કરવાની જરૂર નથી મેં એ લોકોને આઉટપુટ આપી દઈશ ટ્રાન્સમિશન સિસ્ટમમાં તો અલગ છે એ જ કહું છું ને
It was in the air but safe and to the longer fielder, and the batsman crossed for another single.
મને કહું તો મેં અંદર લગાડું ને એ લોકો આપશે આપને એ આપને નહીં આપે આપને કનેક્ટિવિટી નહીં આપે આપને કાં બેસશું બેસવાનું
Nice line and length by Anis, bringing an end to his over. A good successful over, giving away just 5 runs and taking the prized wicket of Abbas and Pune. And Surat Titans are 41 for 1 after the end of 5 overs with a run rate of 8.2. They would ideally like to accelerate that to something around 9.5 runs per over and put them in the driver's seat. And Pune bringing in Quresh into the bowling. He has taken 6 wickets so far in this tournament and has been the leading wicket taker for Pune. They'll be hoping him to take a couple of more wickets here and bring Pune back into the game and give them an upper hand.
આપને હવે એક્સપેક્ટેશન છે કે કેટલા સુધી પબ્લિક દેશ પેલું બ્લુ છે આખી બ્લુ એરિયા છે એટલે એક્સપેક્ટેશન છે તો પછી સ્પીકર જોઈશે આપને હજી નહીં
Shot on the offside, cut away, going towards the boundary. What a nice shot. A classical square cut from Raj, taking his score to 19 runs. It was just short and wide outside the off stump, and he waited and smacked it in front of square.
કોના સાથે વાત ગઈ ગયા એ તો ગયા મને કઈ નહીં ગયા તમે
Short and wide again, cut again, but this time straight to the fielder, and they get just 1 run. He wanted to put it into the gap, but couldn't find it this time. And the Surat Titans are now 46 for 1
And we are into the sixth over of this match. In the air, but safe, and the ball goes to long off before the batsmen cross over for one more single, and Surat are now 47 for 1 into the sixth over. In the air, fielder coming underneath it, he's judging it well, and he takes it, and Quresh gets one more wicket. It went high up in the air, and the fielder did well to judge it, and getting a simple catch in the end. And the Surat Titans are now 2 down into the sixth over with 47 runs on the board. And Raj, who played a good innings of 19, walking back to the pavilion, and the new batsman is Ali. Both the well-set batsmen back in the pavilion, Abbas and Raj. And Pune now will be looking to restrict Surat to a manageable total so that they are not under quite pressure when they come into bat second. Quresh continuing with Wahid on strike. Shot outside the Assam, struck well, but straight to the fielder at the sweeper boundary. And just one more run to the total. And the Surat Titans are now 48 for the loss of 2 wickets. The average score in this tournament has been around 70-75 runs per innings, and anything more than that, I would say, would be quite a competitive total. Hit in the air, into the gap, going towards the boundary, but the fielder cuts it off. And a good throw, barricading the stumps, but not needed. An overthrow for the batsman, a bonus run. Very unlucky the fielder, an excellent throw from the deep, but hitting the stumps, and the ball moving away, and the batsman sensing the opportunity and snatching away an overthrow. And Surat reached their 50 with this overthrow, 50 runs for Surat. Ibrahim continuing, he bowled a good first over, giving away just 2 runs. He would like to keep things tight now. Slight change in the field, shuffling the boundary, the fielders on the boundary. Wide on the leg side to start his second over. Extras very crucial in a 10-over match. As we have seen in the last 3 days, extras costing the teams sometimes the difference between a win and a loss. Hit straight to the fielder, a short cover and no run. Hit over the top, straight down the ground, but straight to the fielder at long off. It was hit hard, but not into the gap. And they get just one run now. Surat 52 for 2 into the 7th over of this match. Ali is taking strike against Ibrahim. A wide ball on the offside. They need to control their line. Cannot afford to give extras at this stage in a knockout series.
I hope you're enjoying the game. It's Surat Titans versus
Pune.
Surat Titans versus Pune. It's the quarterfinals today.
Hit hard into the gap, fielder cut, going away from it. Good stop. But the batsmen hurry for 2 runs. It was a good stop on the boundary. A good firm strike by Ali, getting him 2 runs. And Surat Titans move on to 55 for the loss of 2 wickets.
I want more and more people to join in because today is a qualifying match.
Hit on the offside for 1 more run. More run for Surat. Hit straight down the ground, just brushing the fielder's leg. And 1 more run to Surat. Good second over by Ibrahim here. Gave away just 10 runs in his 2 overs so far. And at the end of 7 overs, Surat sit at 58 for 2 with a run rate of 8.3 runs per over as Quresh continues his second over. He has taken 7 wickets in this series so far. Hit on the top, in the air, fielder coming underneath it, but falling between the 2 fielders and just getting 1 run over there. The Surat batsmen trying to be aggressive over here now, having just 3 overs remaining. They have wickets in hand, giving them the liberty to go for their shots, and that's exactly what they're trying to do here now. Full toss, smack What a good shot. Swept away on a full toss. And a flat 6 on the square leg boundary. What a good shot by Wahid. And he moves on to 10 with that. And Surat move on to 65 for the loss of 2 wickets. Hit once again, hit hard on the offside. Fielder coming underneath it, and he makes a wonderful catch. What a great fielding by the fielder on the cover boundary. Excellent catch. And Wahid walking back to the pavilion, not believing what he just saw. An exceptionally good catch at the boundary by the fielder from Pune. And Quresh getting his second wicket in this innings. Tahir is the new batsman in. The Surat Titans are 65 for 3 now into the 8th over of this innings. 15 balls remaining in this innings, and Surat will want to score big. In the air, fielder coming underneath it, but he can just watch it go past the boundary for a 6. What a good shot by Ali. Immediately after the wicket-taking ball, a 6 straight down the ground. A good contest here between bat and ball. And Surat Titans move on to 71 with the loss of 3 wickets into the 8th over of this match. Full toss in the air again, fielder coming under it, judging it well, and that's one more down for Surat. How often have you seen a 6 being hit and a wicket of the next delivery immediately? And that's what's happening here in this match, in this quarter-final match between Surat and Pune. Both teams matching each other ball to ball. 6 on one ball and wicket on the next. A good fight back by Pune, and the Surat Titans are now 71 for the loss of 4 wickets. Quresh getting his 3rd wicket in this match, doing really well. Hit on the offside, and what a catch! What an amazing catch! Sensational! What a catch by the fielder and long off. Pune fielding really well here, taking some brilliant catches in the field. And catches win matches, I would say. Is this the day for Pune? Will these catches win them this match against Surat? Surat reeling at 71 for 5 now, with some exceptional fielding by Pune, especially Both new batsmen now at the crease. Both Murtaza and Quresh is on a roll, claiming 4 wickets in his 2 overs. And the Surat Titans are now 71 for 5 at the end of 8 overs. Caress gently on the offside for a single.
I want more and more people to join the live. It's Surat versus Pune. Surat is 72, 5 wickets down.
Hit well on the offside, but just one more run to Surat. Surat are 72 for 5. For viewers who have just joined in, Pune won the toss, elected to field, put the Surat batsmen in, and they've claimed 5 wickets, some exceptionally good catches in the deep. Wide ball down the leg side. The Pune fielding has been exceptional in this innings and maybe the deciding factor in the outcome of this match. Who knows? Anis continuing his bowling with Murtaza on strike. Trying to hit it through the offside, not connecting. And a dot ball for Anis. He's keeping things tight here. One more dot ball, adding to the pressure. This is the 9th over of the innings, and each dot ball very important. The Surat batsmen under pressure now, wanting to score big in the remaining deliveries. Hits it in field, a chance of a run out, but the throw is not very good. An easy run out chance. Had they just thrown it calmly to the non-striker's end. And one more run to Surat. And it is the end of the 9th over. Last over now. And the Surat Titans are 75 for the loss of 5 wickets.
Which are shared through our page and through emails. You can go there and check a proper professional live stream.
You can even go on YouTube and type Burhani Sports. You will be able to see that Burhani Sports is live streaming the match right now. You can see it in better quality. Go check it out.
Surat is 72 for 5 wickets down against Pune.
So now we go into the last over of this match between Surat and Pune.
This is the last over.
Hit on the offside for a single.
1,25,000 है शायद 1,25,000 7 वाली
Surat will be looking to hit a couple of boundaries here to end things. Hit straight, but to the batsman. It was hit hard and firm, but the non-striker coming in between. And one more run, and it seems he was hit on the fist. And he's up to take strike now. In the air. Fielder coming underneath it, but the diving fielder cannot do much. And the umpire signals 6 runs. Exactly what Surat needed now in the last over, having lost a flurry of wickets in the previous 2 overs. And Surat Titans move on to 83 now with the loss of 5 wickets in the final over of this 10-over match. A good form strike by Murtaza. Hit through the offside again, and there's a misfield by the fielder. Slight mix-up between the batsmen, but they run well to take 2 runs. Good running by Surat. A rare error in field by the Pune fielders, giving away 1 more run to Surat. Wrapped on the pads, appeal for LBW. The umpire not interested, and 1 more leg by to Surat. And the Surat Titans are now 85 for 5 as we move into the last over. This is the last ball of the innings. Surat will want to finish it in style. Hit on the leg side, going towards the boundary. Fielder running behind it, cutting it off. And the batsmen go for 2 runs. Well run by Surat. And Surat end their innings at 86 for the loss, 88 for the loss of 5 wickets.
Surat has finished their innings off with 88 with 5 wickets.
Good batting by Surat. Pune did well with some astounding catches to restrict them to 88. But still 88 is a good score in a quarter-final match, putting the pressure on the Pune batsmen. And Surat Titans will be glad with their performance. Just to remind our viewers, this is the first quarter final of the SBT 10 tournament. The second innings, where Pune coming to that, will resume shortly in 5 minutes. The next match coming up is between Mumbai and Chennai. It will be after we finish the second innings.
Hello.
Welcome back to all our viewers as we resume the second innings of the first quarter final between Pune and Surat. Surat have scored 88 in their allotted 10 overs and Pune need 89 runs to win at a required run rate of 8.9 runs per over.
Now this is the second inning. Pune is into bat for 0 runs. Right
The
now,
Pune captain Ali Asghar
ball is going to get bowled.
taking strike along with
To enjoy the live now.
Ali JP
Getting off.
and Wahid for Surat beginning the proceedings. Bowling has been Surat's strength with 3 wicket-taking bowlers out of the top 10. Three of the Surat bowlers are in the top 10 wicket takers in this tournament. So I would say bowling is Surat's strength and Pune will have to do well. 2 dot balls to begin for Surat. What a fantastic atmosphere it is here in the first quarter final, playing in the Sharjah Cricket Stadium under the lights. And Pune opened their account with that shot. 1 for no loss. Good tight bowling by Wahid into the first over. Played on the offside for one more single. Surat wouldn't mind giving away singles. And Pune on the other hand will need to score a boundary at least of each over if they need to get close to the Surat total. Hit straight down the ground, good shot by Ali, the fielder coming to stop the ball. One more run to Pune. It was a good firm strike, but the fielder at long off did well to cover the ground and cut it off. Shot outside the off stump, the batsman trying to cut it, not connecting, and one more dot ball. Each dot ball mounting the pressure on the batsman as the required run rate moves up. Pulled away on the leg side, what a good shot. No fielder at fine leg. And Pune end the over with a boundary and they move on to 5 for the loss of no wickets at the end of the first over. Good nice shot to end the over by Pune. A packed offside field for Ali Asgharizi. The fielders moving to the boundary on the offside now. Surat wouldn't mind giving away easy singles. Its boundaries they would be wary of as Huzaifa begins his bowling. Flicked on the onside, but straight to the field, a slight misfield, and there's a miscommunication between batsmen, and chance of a run out, appeal there, but the batsman well inside the crease. How often do you see run-outs of misfields? This time was not the case, however. A slight problem at the side screen. Lots of fans have come to watch the match, and some of them near the side screen. The umpire requesting them to clear the area. Ali Jabi back on strike facing Huzaifa. Down the leg side, wide. And Pune move on to 10 for the loss of no wickets into the second over of this match. Appeal for got behind, but the umpire not interested. The batsman trying to play an ambitious off drive, but not connecting back to ball. Flicked away on the leg side, going to the boundary, 4 more runs. And the second boundary for Ali JP, similar to the one he played in the previous over. And the Pune strikers move on to 14 without any loss into the second over of this match. And immediately the fielder at fine leg drops down to the boundary. The short ball down the leg side, one more wide. Slight lapse of concentration, I believe, from Huzaifa. And good bonus runs for Pune. They'll need more of those. Played on the offside, going for a quick single, but the fielder doesn't collect the ball, and the batsman cross over for another single to the total for Pune. Played down straight to the bowler, a dot ball. Hit through the covers, into the gap, moving towards the boundary. The fielder doing well at the boundary, cutting it off. And the batsman calls for 2 runs. Good all-round cricket, a good firm cover drive, and the fielder covering quite some ground, preventing the boundary, and 2 more runs to the Pune total. And the Pune strikers are now 18 for no loss at the end of 2 overs. They are maintaining the required run rate at the moment, and they will need to continue to do so. And a good thing they haven't lost any wicket yet. Mustafa is the new bowler in. He's also among one of the highest wicket takers for Surat in this tournament. A slight change in the field with the new bowler. Cut through the offside, straight to the fielder. Cut on the offside to the fielder, a short third man. One more single to the total to Pune. As we see the Chennai team on the boundary lines preparing for the next match, warming up for viewers, checking the live feed on YouTube. The next match up, the second quarter final, is between Chennai and Mumbai, two strong teams. The Chennai team doing their warm-ups, knowing it's a big match coming up. Good shot on the offside, 4 runs through the gap, pierced the gap to perfection. Ali Asghar is the captain, and 4 more runs. The Pune strikers playing nice and steady right here. They're now 23 for no loss into the third over. Good batting by Pune. Played on the onside for another single. Good thinking by the batsman, having got a boundary of the previous ball. Don't need to do anything silly. Played on the leg side for one more single. And at the end of 3 overs, the Pune strikers are 25 for no loss. They are chasing 89 runs for victory, and the winner of this match will go to the semi-finals of the SBT 10 tournament here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Lots of people have come in to support their teams here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Lots of support for the teams, Pune and Surat. Played through the offside, a slight midfield by the fielder. The batsman not going for 2 runs. As you can see, lots of people have come here. You can see the USA team come from Houston, sitting there. They're out of the tournament, but still their energies are high. They've learned quite a lot from this tournament and will be wanting to come here and win the next time. Hamza bowling to Alizi. Short ball, crashed down, straight down the ground, going towards the boundary. The fielder cuts it off. And one more run to Pune. Pune fielded really well when they were in fielding, and that's appeal for stumping, but the batsman well in the crease and the umpire not interested. Surat will need to field well, similar to what Pune did when they were bowling. Some amazing catches being taken by the Pune fielders. Hit through the offside. There's a fielder down there. One more single to Pune. A slight adjustment in the fielding positions by Hamza. Cut through the offside, going for a quick single. Appeal for run out. A direct throw would have got him out. How often you see direct throws getting run outs? But this was not one of those cases. And Pune get one more run to the total and are now placed at 29 for the loss of no wickets. A good opening partnership here between Ali Asghar Izzi and Ali Asghar JP. They need to score more boundaries now. On the back foot, crash on the offside to the fielder. Just one more run here. And that's the end of the fourth over, with the Pune scorecard reading 30 for the loss of no wickets. The good thing for Pune is both their batsmen are still at the crease, no damages, but they need to score at least a boundary in each over to get to the required run rate. Not very difficult. They are on the right course at the moment, and they'll need to keep up with the good work. And Surat, on the other hand, would want to take some quick wickets, put the pressure on the Pune batsmen, get the required run rate slightly higher to get an upper hand into this match. The match evenly poised at the moment. Down the leg side for a wide. Controlling extra is very important. In the air, fielder coming underneath it, that's the top edge. Will the fielder get it? Oh, he's taken it. A nice catch. Just popped out of his hand, but he did well to regain the catch. And that's the first wicket down for Pune, with Ali Asghar Izzi still at the crease. Ali JP is the man out, and the first wicket down for Pune. A top edge, the fielder coming underneath it, running backwards, always a difficult catch, but he's done well. Some good catches being taken in this match, with three amazing catches by Pune and another good catch by Surat. And Pune are now at 31 for 1 into the third over of this fifth over of this match. Mazhar is the new batsman in. Ali Asghar Izzi, the Pune captain, still in the middle. he would want to take his team across the line. Mustafa Manir back in the bowling. On the offside, wide ball. Pune wouldn't mind that. On the back foot, cross to the offside, good diving stop by the fielder at point, and one more run to Pune. The Pune strikers are now 33 for 1 in the fifth over, chasing 89 runs to win, set by Surat. They need further 56 runs to win. Appeal for ABW, but just a half-hearted appeal. And a leg by for Pune. Hit on the leg side, in the air, into the gap, 4 runs. The fielder, the diving fielder at square leg did well to take the catch, but couldn't reach on. It was hit hard by Elias Garizi, and 4 more runs, and he moves on to 17 with the Pune strikers now 38 for 1. An amazing shot by Elias Garizi. In the air, but over the fielders, 6 runs, what a good shot. It was right into the hitting zone, and Elias Garizi did no mistake, lashed onto the opportunity, and 6 more runs to Pune. Pune are on a roll now, 44 for 1. And the required rate is well below the current run rate now. And Pune has just lost 1 wicket. Mustafa on pressure now, bowling his last delivery. On the leg side, 1 more single to the total. It's a leg by, and the Pune strikers are now 45 for 1 at the end of 5 overs. 5 more overs left, and they need 44 runs to win. 45 in the 5 overs bowled so far, and they need to do the same scoring in the remaining 5 overs if they are to win this first quarter-final match against the Surat Titans. Pune batting really well here, and the pressure is on Surat right now. They need to take some quick wickets here. Played straight down the ground, sensibly for 1 more single. Abdali continuing, he's the new bowler introduced into the attack by Surat Titans. Mazhar on strike, he's made 1 run so far. An appeal for stumping. but it was more of a question in anticipation of a decision. Surat need to pick some wickets now to put the pressure back on Pune. Hit on the offside, one more single to the Pune total. In the air, fielder coming underneath it, will he take it? Yes, he does. An easy catch for Surat, and Ali Asgar is the Pune captain, walks into the pavilion. A rash shot by him, not very happy. An easy catch, and the second wicket falls for Pune just when it looked that Pune were making things easy and they were on course. And a good wicket for Surat at a critical situation in the match. A very important wicket by Abdali. And the new batsman Muhammad walks into the middle, getting some guidance from his captain. Pune strikers are 47 for 2 into the 6th over of this match. They need 42 more runs to win from 28 balls. They need a couple of boundaries here to release the pressure. Pressure shifts so quickly in a 10-over match from one side to the other, with each ball being very decisive in terms of the result. Wrapped on the pass, appeal for LBW, and the umpire gives him out. One more wicket for Surat, and Abdali getting his team back into the match with 2 wickets in 2 balls, and Pune strikers are reeling now at 47 for 3. And Abdali is on a hat-trick now, and Mazhar two quick wickets from Surat, changing the course of this match and putting the pressure back on Pune now. Mazhar walking back to the pavilion. Anis is the new man in, giving company to Muhammad. And the Pune strikers need 42 runs to win from 25 balls, 7 wickets in hand. Can Pune pull it off? The next quarter-final coming up is between 2 strong teams, Mumbai and Chennai, both from India. As Abdali bowls the last delivery of his first over. Hit through the offside, one more single, a quick single there. Good running by the batsman. One more run for Pune, and a very successful over by Abdali. A game changer at this point of time. Three runs given and 2 wickets in this over, changing the course of this match for the moment at least. The end of 6 overs and Pune are 48 for the loss of 3 wickets, requiring a further 41 runs to win from 4 overs. A required run rate of 10.3, which will mean at least one boundary of each over, and a single of the remaining boys should get them through. And Surat have other plans.
તમે સવારે માં બેસેલા કા વાયર ઉપર સુધી જાય છે
તમારા એક સ્પોન્સરના નામ મને જોવા પડશે. A wide ball. Good tight bowling by Suraj here, not giving away anything. And the pressure mounting on the Pune batsmen now. Swept on the leg side, going towards the boundary. There's a fielder there at fine leg. Call for a second, difficult chance. A good throw would have got him out. But the throw was slightly off target. And the batsman did well to take 2 runs there. These are the sponsors who've made this tournament possible. The Continental Group, Crystal Gallery. Hit straight down the ground, going towards the boundary, the fielder cutting it off. Good fielding in the deep by the long run fielder. Chance of an overthrow, the batsman running, and one more run. Good thinking by the Pune batsman, good running, putting the pressure on the fielders. And Pune now need 36 more runs to win from 21 balls. A paddle sweep on the leg side, appeal for LBW, the ball going towards the boundary, chase for a fielder. Going for the 3rd run, difficult chance, and that's a chance of a run out, and he's out. One more wicket down for Pune. Shouldn't have gone for the 3rd run. It's a small ground, and the chances of a 3rd run, very difficult here. The batsman tried the bowler's arm. The fielder throw over right on the money, and the keeper doing the rest. And the batsmen, Pune strikers, are now 55 for the loss of 4 wickets. They need 34 more runs to win, with 21 balls remaining.
વંચાતો નહીં.
Hi everyone. Played delicately on the leg side for one more single. Surat wouldn't mind the singles trickling in here. with the required run rate of 10.2 runs per over. Play on the offside, straight to the fielder, and one more run. End of the 7th over now, with Pune 57 for the loss of 4 wickets. 3 overs remaining, and Pune need to score 32 runs in the remaining 3 overs with 6 wickets in hand. Anis and Josefa at the crease. Can they pull it off? It's straight on the ground, it will gap, going towards the boundary. The fielder, diving fielder, doing well to cut it off. Good fielding by Surat and good running by Pune. 2 more runs to the total. "30 runs to win from 21 balls, 19 balls. Appeal for caught behind down the leg side. The keeper coming almost at the non-striker's end with his appeal. How often do you see that? The keeper jumping towards the umpire at the non-striker's end, and a very, very aggressive appeal here, but the umpire is unmoved. He doesn't change his decision. And the Surat team is very, very disappointed. In the air, fielder coming underneath it, will he take it? He has judged it well, and Surat have claimed 1 more wicket. And the Surat team is delighted, having been denied a wicket of the previous delivery. The batsman trying to heave the ball across the boundary, getting a top edge. The fielder coming underneath the ball and completing a good catch. And the Pune strikers are now 5 wickets down with 59 runs on board, needing a further 30 runs to win from 16 deliveries. 30 required to win from 16 deliveries with 5 wickets in hand. Can Pune snatch a dramatic victory here? Let's wait and watch. We have seen teams winning from these positions in the last couple of days. Quite a few results going the batting side way in this situation. We'll need to see if this quarter-final is one of those. Poonawala is the new batsman in, with the pressure on them. Abdali claiming 3 wickets already into his second over. What a good bowling performance by Abdali this is turning out to be. In the air, but no fielder there to take the catch, and 1 more run to Pune. The Pune striker 60 for 5, requiring 29 runs to win from 14 balls. The batsman studying the field. An appeal by the keeper, but the leg umpire not interested. Some aggressive appealing by Surat going down there. They are fully charged up, having taken some quick wickets here. Hit through the offside, firm strike, but straight to the fielder. And one more run to Pune. Surat wouldn't mind giving away those singles at this stage. And that's the end of the 8th over, and the Pune strikers are 61 for 5. Needing 28 more runs to win from the remaining 12 deliveries, with Poonawala and Huzefa on strike. Can these two batsmen pull it off? The next match we have is Chennai versus Mumbai in the second quarter-final of the Safi Burhani T10 tournament here at the historic Sharjah Cricket Stadium. And we begin with the 9th over. On the offside, couldn't connect. A dot ball in the 9th over. Surat putting the pressure on Pune. And Pune need to score a couple of boundaries here to release the pressure. On the offside, cut there. There's a boundary, going for the second run. A good throw might well find him short. And that was a good throw. But the batsman did well to cover the ground. Very good running by Pune. An excellent throw from the deep. But the batsman was quicker. And 2 more runs for Pune. With their scorecard now reading 63 for the loss of 5 wickets. They need 26 runs to win from 10 balls. They need a couple of big blows if they want to achieve that here. That's the scorecard. Huzefa and Poonawala on 2 and 3. Another single to the total. Left on the pads, appeal for LBW, but the ball running over towards the boundary. Wheeler giving it a chase, but the ball wins, and 4 runs to Pune. A well-needed boundary here for Pune. The required run rate were mounting up, and a boundary would do them good at this stage. The Pune strikers are now 68 for 5, requiring a further 21 runs to win. Cut through the offside. Going for the second, but the non-striker not interested there. Pune needing further 20 runs to win from 7 balls. 20 runs from 7 balls, 5 wickets remaining. Can they pull it off? Can they pull a dramatic victory here for Pune. Short ball cut on the offside, straight to the fielder, the boundary going for two. A good throw by firing shot. The throw was wide, and the batsman well in the crease. The diving keeper couldn't get him out. And good running by Pune here. But ones and twos wouldn't be enough at this stage. They need some boundaries and some sixes. We see young supporters there coming to cheer. They are the future cricketers. They've come to learn a few things here. And now we move on to the last over of this first quarter final. The last over will decide which team moves on to the semis, with Surat looking the clear favourites right now, with Pune requiring 18 runs from the last over. Not impossible, but quite difficult, I would say. And that's a new bowler into the attack, Murtaza, bowling the last over. Quite a gamble by Surat. He hasn't bowled in this match so far, Murtaza, but the captain entrusting him with the last over. We need to see whether he pays off, the gamble pays off. Huzaifar on strike will look to hit a few sixes. They need sixes and fours now if they need to get to the total. Hit well on the offside, into the gap, 4 runs, run away to start the over. Good shot by Huzaifar. 18 runs to win on the last over, and he smacks the ball through the offside for 4 runs. What a good comeback by Pune. 14 runs now required from 5 balanced deliveries. Played straight. A single to the total. "13 runs required now of 4 balls. They need a 6 or 4. There seems to be some problem in the field with the diving fielder injuring himself. We hope the injury isn't too serious. And a substitute being called in for the injured fielder there from Surat. 4 deliveries left in this innings, and Pune require 13 runs to win if they need to go to the semi-finals of the Saifi Burhani T10 cricket tournament. Surat the clear favourites as now. Lots of supporters here for Pune and Surat both cheering up their teams as we move into the business end. Clean bowled. What a comeback by the bowler. And Surat are right on top now. Lots of supporters have come in. It's a weekend in Sharjah, and people from all cities have come here to support their teams at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. The first quarter final underway between Surat and Pune, and we are into the end of that match with Pune requiring 13 more runs to win from 3 balls remaining. Surat the clear favourites here, but you can never say, as in cricket, you always say you cannot decide until the last ball is bowled. Played on the onside, coming for a second. Yes, they'll get it easily. But ones and twos not enough for Pune. 11 runs needed of 2 balls. 2 sixers can get them through unless Murtaza bowls a few extras. As we saw in the game yesterday, it was a similar situation and there were 5 wides bowled on a trot. We hope it doesn't happen again. Trying to heave it on the leg side. Couldn't connect. And the Surat team are celebrating. The Surat supporters are celebrating already in the stands. They sense victory here. And unless the Surat team does something foolish, they should be through to the semis. And Pune would pray for a miracle here. Hit was the boundary, going through for 4 runs, but not enough. And that's the end of the first quarter final. And Surat, the team that emerged victorious. What a match. Some sensational moments in this match. Good catches taken by Pune, some good fielding by Surat. But 89 runs were always too much in a do-or-die match, in a knockout match. It proved out to be quite a lot for Pune, and they are disappointed. They played well though. The players congratulating each other and the umpires as the Pune team members walk into the ground. That is the Pune team, you can see, going on the field, congratulating the victorious team. That's the spirit of cricket. Both the teams acknowledging each other. Both played some really good cricket. But Surat being the winner, and Surat go to the semi-finals of the Burhani T10 tournament here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium.